Dan Skianco, who's been keeping an eye on this for us. Dan, what are things looking like at 11?
Well, we're still seeing some precipitation out there tonight, and it's best, I think, to do a quick recap of what we did see today to start off with, just to understand really what's happening out there. What happened today is we had another bomb cyclone, something you may have heard during this winter or perhaps over the last 5 to 10 years. It's a term that's really not loved by meteorologists so much, but the media sure seems to pick it up. So here we are, a meteorologist in the media, and talking about it. So basically what happens is it's a storm system that intensifies a certain amount in a certain period of time. To get technical, it's 24 millibars in 24 hours. That probably doesn't mean anything to you, but what you need to know about that is it intensifies rapidly. And as it does so, you often have damaging winds, and that's what we had today as this approached the coast. Now, this was pretty much forecast to happen. If you've been watching our forecast over the last couple of days, we've been talking about the potential for damaging winds. The question was, where was the center of the storm going to hit? It's almost like trying to forecast a hurricane, exactly where that center of circulation was going to form. And it looked like last night, if you were watching our late evening newscast, that it was going to be here right around Monterey Bay, and sure enough, that's what happened. So I'm going to go back in time on our radar picture here, and we're going to watch this thing develop. Now, what didn't show up in any of the computer models, which I found really interesting, was that it wasn't just one low pressure center, but we had two that were basically rotating around each other. You see them both there, the two little swirls on your screen. Now, I've stopped things at about 12:30 this afternoon, and right here we have a pretty strong area of low pressure, rapidly deepening area of low pressure. You can see it right here, this big circular area. So in this case, we have counterclockwise circulation, which is low pressure in the northern hemisphere. And oftentimes around these little mesovortices, which is what it's called, it's a mesoscale or a smaller weather scale vortex. With two of them, you would call them mesovortices. And one of them took aim on Santa Cruz County, and that is where we had the big problems, because on the south and east sides of this, right through this area here that I'm going to draw in for you, we saw the strongest winds, and they were strong. The radar was detecting wind gusts in order of 80 miles per hour. There were warnings that were put in place for the Monterey Peninsula because of proximity to this, and of course central Santa Cruz County. And here's what happened, and I'm actually going to put the storm reports on here too. So as you see this move ashore, you'll see all the little storm reports pop up, and these are all trees down, wires down, blocked roadways, really just a mess that occurred across Santa Cruz County. And sure, we had some scattered issues elsewhere, but really Santa Cruz County took the brunt of this because they were just in that right spot with the strongest winds. Now I'm going to forward this for you here to just a little bit more to show you what has happened since then. Is that the center of circulation, I'll zoom out a bit here so you can see it, moved off to our north, and there it continues to spin north of the Bay Area. So the area of low pressure is still off to our north, but in the latest scans, we almost see it starting to move a little bit farther to the south. So it is heading back toward us. Now, don't panic. It is weakening. It was strengthening this morning. It came into our area and is now weakening. And ahead of it, we're still seeing plenty of rain, and in some cases, some wind as well. Take a look at some of the wind speeds that we saw today. Some of the maximum wind gusts, Loma Prieta in the Santa Cruz Mountains, 89 miles per hour. Plenty of 60-mile-per-hour gusts from basically Santa Cruz up into the mountains, Big Sur coast, and almost 60 miles per hour in Monterey as well. So the wind dying down tonight. We're going to take you through the rest of the overnight because we have more rain to talk about in the full forecast coming up.
All right, thanks so much for that, Dan.